Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you because this is something much worse than a recession. And please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. Ray Dalio, you know, he ran the world's largest hedge fund at one point, retired from Bridgewater, very successful entrepreneur. He did all of the weekend talk shows this weekend, but he did a great interview talking about how he's concerned about the world's economic, global financial systems, is what he said. And he said that there's things that are happening right now that people need to look at because what this is what we're going into. You can call it a recession, but it's much worse than a recession. And he gave 5 areas that we need to look at. And this is so good. I want to read this to you. The five forces that drive history: the economy, internal political conflict, international order, technology, and acts of nature such as floods and pandemics. Now, he's saying Trump is under pressure from all of these right now. And for the first time in his lifetime, we're going to see this as being much worse. Now, we've had, 35 recessions since the 1800s. And, we had one for basically 2 months in 2020. But what's coming down, guys, is much worse. People are selling things at a record pace of value. Now, we've talked about this, guys. I'm telling you, if you want to buy anything, there are tremendous deals out there. But what people are doing, and this is foolish, is they're taking jewelry, having it scrapped down, and selling it because gold is almost $3,500 an ounce. And they've never seen prices like this. So that jewelry, oh my God, what's grandma's jewelry worth? So, the sentimental value, she'd want me to pay my rent. Sure she would. Remember that. No, she wouldn't. She'd want you to go get a job, you degenerate. Anyways, this is crazy because people are selling gold at a record pace. Consumers rush to sell gold as it hits $34 an ounce, $3,400 an ounce. You know, people cannot afford to live right now, guys. It's just a huge, huge problem. Katz's Deli in New York City, which I don't have anything for you. I'm out. Katz's Deli, they have a sandwich that is $30. I'm telling you guys, I have never wanted a pastrami sandwich so bad that I would spend $30 on it. And again, I mean, I've had one of those Katz's Deli sandwiches. It was great. It was a good pastrami sandwich. It was great. Corned beef was fantastic. I mean, I loved it. I mean, hey, we'll split it. You get this one, I'll get it. It was fantastic. No, pass. $30 for a sandwich. Oh, the New York experience. Yeah, you got to smell. It was horrible. You can get robbed out there. I took my daughter there last year for her big, Times Square billboard, and it was too much, guys. It's too. I felt unsafe. I had people walk up to me. What are you doing here? You know how bad this is down here? It's in the gold district, guys. Okay, so Ray Dalio thinks it's bad. Gen Zers are so terrified about the recession, they're ditching doom spending. Remember doom spending? It's the end of the world. I might as well get that bag. No, 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 no. You know what? I may not make any more money right now. So if I don't make any more money, I got to worry about paying my bills and paying my rent and paying the electric bill. And isn't it funny that the electric bill keeps going up? The one thing that I am getting hit with all over the place from everybody is the price of water. Water is going through the roof right now, and it's something you can't budget for. My water bill was $70. Now it's $270. That's what people are writing me, telling me things like that. Well, did you use it? Did you buy a swimming pool or something crazy? No, Dan. We've tried to conserve, but these municipalities pass different laws and change their rates overall, but people are ordering Happy Meals instead of going out to dinner and having expensive meals. Now, Laura from Connecticut, I'm telling you, I love her stuff. She sends me so much stuff, but she is on patch, and she sends me local news from Connecticut that is just so good. Think about this. There are there's 5 million student loan borrowers that are going to be behind. As of May, you're going to be officially behind. Now, here is the thing. How many people in Connecticut, not that big of a state, sure isn't California, how many people have student loan debts? Well, let's break it down to percentage. How about 14% of those people have student loan debts? Now think about this. How about this on your credit report? What is the average student loan debt of a person in Connecticut? $36,372. $36,370 that they're behind on instantly on your credit report. Bingo, bango, bongo. Talked to a lender who told me, oh, Dan, this is going to be the kiss of death for people. People are going to want to refinance their house. Yeah, we'll refinance your house. You got to pay off your student loan debts, and you're going to get a higher interest rate. What? Yeah, well, you're behind. You're 3 years behind on paying that. You know what I mean? The interest gets added to it. Is the $36,372 the same, or is it more? Is it 40 grand now? Uh-oh. Well, now, God, Dan, you're really ruining this whole thing. What are you doing? Why are you telling us that? You know, Citibank has said that, recession. I love this. There's an airport there. People go, oh my God, the chemtrails. Look at that. What do you think that is? Oh my God, I'm just asking. Look at that. Oh my God, there's one over there too. Citibank says it's a 45% chance of a recession. Tariffs are the biggest problem. It's funny, I did that real estate video, got a bunch of responses from real estate agents and lenders, and they said, Dan, this is going down forever. I run a commercial buildings, and they've been vacant forever. I've got people that have been in the building for 5 years that haven't made a lease payment on their office building. But you know what? They're not sitting in the dark. The lights are still on. Who's paying for that? Oh, yeah, the guy that owns the building, the landlord's still paying the electric bill for people. And they get to use the restrooms and flush the toilets and wash their hands in the sink. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. These people, it's nuts that we're getting this out of control. Okay? But Citibank says it's 45% chance of recession. Now, 60% of the CEOs that were interviewed, 60, say that we're going to head to very difficult times and recessionary times, if not darker. Now, here's the thing. Nobody wants to sit there and say, hey, this is going to be the worst thing we've ever lived through. If you planned on that, if you lived your life like, God, honey, we may never make this money again. I had a friend who is an entrepreneur in entertainment, and he's very well aware of how production is down in Hollywood and how they're not shooting anything and how alternative media, guys like you, Dan, are ruining news. Because why would you pay a guy? Why wouldn't you just flip on your iPhone and go out and film and do the stories? You'd have to pay a newscaster, $800 grand a year. Why? Get rid of these people. So with that being said, you have all these companies that realize that there is a huge problem, but you've got 60% of these people feel it's recessionary. What they're talking about is things finally stopping. When you look at everything right now, we are in a recession right now. I've said this to you for a year. This is not normal. This is not a normal spending time. You're seeing so many layoffs. You're seeing so many people cut back, and that is the change. That is the change. I dated a hairdresser who ran her own business. And I said, has it slowed down? Now, she's got a unique deal because she's only doing it like so many days a month, and she comes in to do it. So she's got a very, very good business, lucrative clientele. But one thing that is happening with hairdressers is that they're seeing longer hair. They're seeing that people are not doing their nails. They're seeing that the color, you know what? Maybe I'm going to go back to my original color. If you've ever seen a woman color her hair, ask her how much that cost. Oh my God, I use Beth, and Beth is fantastic, and Beth only charges me $300. Huh? Okay. So that's what people are living through right now, guys, and now they're cutting that back. But the hairdressers are seeing massive amounts of people not spending. How the economic warning signs are hitting the salon, that's the great article. I believe it was out of Business Insider. I can't believe I just said great in Business Insider. But no, it was NBC. Sorry, Business Insider, you still suck. Anyways, point is that people are not living their lives the way that they did before, guys. They're cutting back in such a huge way. Get used to this, guys. Get used to this. Just, I'm telling you, you're ahead of the game. What do you need to buy? People that buy accessories for automobiles, these are the extra things. These are the people that have a BMW. They open the car door and the lights shine down. There are knockoffs on TikTok where those things you can spend hundreds of dollars to have something stupid. And I was sitting there with a BMW guy, and I saw something light up under his car, and hey, well, that's kind of cool. What's that? Oh, it's, look, when it lights up, it says BMW. And this guy probably spent a fortune on it. Well, like TikTok and places like that, you can buy a knockoff that I'm sure it's not the same for under $30. But nobody's doing that. The high-end guys are doing this, but they're not spending the money on the accessories. They're not washing the car as much. They're not getting the cars fixed as much. They're selling their gold. They're pissing away the money on rent right now, and that's what you're seeing. So big changes, guys. Big, big changes. Uber, couple things to end this, okay? Uber had a deal where you could get a $9.95 deal where it was I want to make sure I have the name of this thing right. It was $9.95 a month, and it would save you up to $25 a month on your Uber rides. And there's some people out there that use Uber all the time. I was at a conference once, and I met a young girl in her 20s who had never owned a vehicle in her car, and she just took Ubers everywhere. She would benefit from things like this. Well, Uber charged these people the $9.95, and then they realized it wasn't a good deal and tried to cancel it. Well, now they're getting sued by the Federal Trade Commission for all the tens of millions of dollars that they took from people, and it's not proper the way that they did it. The bank regulators, FDIC, well, aren't they doing good? Everybody's great. All the banks are great. No, they're firing 20% of their staff. There's a great article below about how even the banking, federal regulators are getting a huge cutback. And, people are talking about huge inflation, and as gold soars, and I'm telling you guys, you've seen me talk about gold till you're blue in the face. You have to have it. It's so good. But the people that have it, there's a great article out of Fox Business talking about how it's going to go through the roof, and you haven't seen anything yet. And as it goes through, and we could have 70s inflation. If that happens, you could see gold go up like we've never seen before. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll end it with this one. Final two things. Don't forget we have a private channel, which is iAllegedly Live, and you sign up at iAllegedly.tv. It is a private channel. It's uncensored. I love doing this content. There's over 250 videos on there. It's everything we can't talk about every place else. I love it. Check it out today. Final thing is tourism. Tourism is going to be booming this year. And I'm like, really? All I've heard is how people aren't going to fly. They're not going to go anywhere. No. Tourism here in the States, people are going to travel and do staycations. People are going to sit there and go, honey, how far is it to drive to Wichita? How far is it to drive to Idaho? And they're going to do this and leave and not get on a plane, And I am telling you guys, I have had so many people write me over the last month, about 45 days, with Airbnb stories, these horror stories of how they, got locked out of their units in the middle of the day and couldn't get back in. The place was dirty. The owner showed up in the middle of their stay. Hey, I just need to get a few things. And as the kids are playing in the pool, Mr. Creepy Von Creepster, oh, hey, guys, look like you're having fun. Goodbye. The advantage to my hotel room is, hi, I want 25 towels. And I want more coffee in my room. I want you to make a teepee out of the coffee pods, okay? And stack it. But don't get me any decaf because I want the strong stuff. You know what I mean? Can't do that with an Airbnb, okay? And by the way, I want you to bring me shampoos. I have hundreds and hundreds of bottles of shampoo from hotels because I always get it for free. And that, talking about stuff that drives women crazy, yeah, that drives them nuts. Why would you do that? I love it. Bring it. You can shower 3 times a day. People are going to travel here in the United States and not travel around the country. Remember that, okay? If you want to get a hold of me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. We have a bunch of cool stuff coming out. I cannot wait to share this with you. It's thrilling stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe. Be the best that you can be. Be smarter than everybody else. Don't piss your money away, guys. I'm telling you this. I don't care how much you have. I don't care how little you have. Get an emergency fund and be smarter and stack in private. Don't tell people what you have, and make sure that you are protecting yourself, and make sure you have food, water, and everything like that stocked up for a rainy day. Okay? And stay close to your God. Okay? Be happy and be a good, kind person. See you soon.